Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is DJ, and today we're going to be going over Destiny's huge Twitter debate from this past week. Now, this did involve pretty much every popular streamer slash influencer in the community, so this is pretty big. Now, we are going to be talking about whether Stasis should be removed from the game or not, and yeah, everyone chimed in, not just me, not just you watching the video. I'm talking everyone. So fair warning, I could not include every single tweet that I did find because I literally spent like an hour just scrolling through Twitter. The app gets addictive. But what I can say is exactly what happened, who talked about it, at least the few content creators that I got, and if they made some valid points. So let's get started. So what happened? Well, Nerf Stasis was trending on Twitter, and it was exactly as you'd expect. It got a lot of attention from the D2 community, and maybe some of the D1 community as well. We're all one big family, right? Now, this did, of course, bring up a lot of ideas on how to potentially nerf it and correct the issues from our perspective. And it led to a couple call to actions that came with some very strong worded tweets. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, up first, we've got Frosty, and that's Ifrostbolt at Twitter. And he says hashtag Nerf Stasis, it ruined Crucible. Now, Frosty is a very popular Destiny content creator, so it's no surprise to see that he's definitely for it. And here we got Mikowski. Mikowski says it's time. We gave it a fair shot. The PvP community morale is the lowest it's ever been, and Stasis is still an overreaching influence in the Crucible. Bungie, y'all are doing great. Take the ultimate W here and hashtag Nerf Stasis in PvP. Also says delete aspects / fragments and limit the freeze and slow. All great points. I definitely do like what Bungie has done so far, but obviously Stasis is a menace, and it's got to get fixed, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to get fixed. So let's continue. We've got another content creator here. He goes by Gigas, very popular content creator. I'm sure you've heard of him. And he says, my favorite game has been completely ruined by Stasis. Stealth nerf to the one thing Icarus Dash that helped counter being slowed. 1 hour and 30 minutes into playing Destiny 2 PvP, and I legitimately rage quit. I don't think I've ever done that. It's sad, but it actually depresses me. Now, I want to take a step back and highlight something real quick. Bungie nerfed Icarus Dash, okay? For those that don't know, it is the top tree Dawnblade Warlock B movement, or if you're on PC, it's whatever button you press to activate your class ability. And this is huge news, because why didn't they just nerf Stasis? If they're going to nerf Icarus Dash, why didn't they just nerf Stasis? I don't get it. Like I said, later on in the video, I will have my own opinions, but let's go ahead and continue and talk about some more. Now, quick little note, like I said, couldn't include everybody. The people I'm displaying right now aren't the most important tweets that I saw. They are just things that I wanted to highlight because I thought they were interesting. I do have a couple that we're going to talk about here in a bit that I do think add some really important pieces of context, and I can't imagine they're the only content creators getting this sort of backlash, but there are people who are actually for buffing Stasis in the current meta that we're experiencing right now. So let's get right to it. If you like me and want to see more of me, follow me on Twitch and subscribe to the channel. I'm a pretty fun guy. Thanks. Now, Gnader Jake. Y'all know him, y'all love him. He says, empowering rifts, frozen bonus damage, charge with light, new Titan boots, sniper body shot kills, and 2-taps are everywhere. It's getting impossible to manage, hard to play effectively when you never know who may have enhanced damage. Valid points. He also goes on to say, I agree with the Stasis call to action. Feels like every fight is influenced by Stasis abilities and or fragments, aspects, bonuses. Disabling in PvP and allowing it to go crazy in PvE could be the right call, and it's possible from the dev side. Gunplay over ability spam. Alright, well, now we're not even just talking about nerfing it. We are talking about getting rid of it inside of PvP. And he's not the only one. Take a look. We got Wish You Luck. And Wish, man, congratulations, glad you're back on Twitch, man, keep doing your thing. But Wish says, make Stasis PvE only, smiley face. Just so you guys understand, right, this past update, I want to say, Bungie proved that they can balance the sandboxes separately between PvP and PvE. They proved that. They got some Stasis nerfs out that affected only the PvP environment, and they were sane in the PvE environment. But now, no, forget the nerf, forget the subtlety in, you know, just taking it down a notch. No, we gotta get rid of it. Just burn it with fire, burn it with ice, whatever we gotta do, get rid of it. It needs to go. And yeah, let me show you how the community responded to this, because there are actually some people who are super against it, and it's more than what you think. I used to think, okay, maybe it was, 85% of the community is with the Stasis nerf, and the other 15% are like, yeah, no, let's keep it. No, I would say it's a solid 60-40%. So what am I talking about? Let's show you. So this person responded to Jake saying, isn't this the point though? Make it harder to and things up? I'm not really sure there, but so we don't get stuck in a rut of playing the same weapons and setup all the time. People moan if it doesn't change, and they moan when it does. I agree Stasis is a bit much in PvP, but I think the change is good sometimes. Okay, valid points. Let's move on. Next person says, I get Stasis is annoying, but we aren't playing CSGO here. Destiny's abilities are as much a part of the game as the gunplay. It's something we have to deal with. Disabling an entire subclass is such a bad precedent to set, and it hurts the people that enjoy using the new abilities in PvP. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so I just want to point something out. Destiny community, I love you guys. Okay, we are a great community, and we are full of fun, full of laughter, but sometimes we get pretty toxic. Okay, and I'm gonna blur this person out because I don't want anyone going and slandering him, but I just want to point out one of the responses that Wish You Luck got on Twitter the other day. So this guy is clearly for the Stasis being in the game the way it is, and he says, more whining because some guys are kicking your asses with Stasis, lol. As a non-shotgun ape void hunter, Stasis isn't a big deal and never was. Another person says no in response to keeping Stasis PvE only. Says nah, I paid for the DLC and access to the Stasis subclasses. I'd much rather them remove the freeze and slow aspect from Crucible and find a way to balance it or buff the light subclasses. Now, why is this big? Why did I spend so much time talking about all this? Well, one, now that every big influencer has started somewhat of a movement, Bungie has to do something. They have to, right? I know a lot of people give content creators grief for getting things nerfed and getting things removed, but in reality, they are who Bungie can respond to the fastest, and it's easier to find a tweet or an idea that has been liked by a lot of people. But if this debate proved one thing, it's that there are two sides to this. Stasis makes the skill gap smaller with abilities, so better players with faster reaction time, better aim, etc. can't really rely as much on the things that made them great. Now on the other end, a lot more casual Destiny 2 PvPers have achieved flawless runs in trials or 5500 in comp simply because Stasis makes the game easier. It does. And if you don't have those things, well, use Stasis. Now, as someone who has spent thousands, and I mean thousands, of hours in this game personally, I 100% agree with the call to nerf it. It's necessary, and right now they're doing small, nerfs and tweaks to it to make it not underpowered, but a nerf that's considered a to the ground change on any other subclass in the game is merely a balanced change to Stasis, and that's simply how strong it is. But to disable it in PvP, I think that's also the wrong idea. So I have a solution, and it's pretty simple. I tweeted this out the other day. At Bungie, remember Crucible Labs? It was a playlist where we got to test out playlists before they were live. My solution? Start there. Make a light class playlist, monitor the activity numbers and feedback, and if the majority rules, make two separate playlists and disable Stasis in trials and comp. Now, like I said, I'm just one guy. If you do agree with my solution, please share the video. And I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks this way or thinks it's a good idea, but I think it's something that we can at least start with. It's not perfect. It's not going to fix our problems overnight, but it will make us feel listened to. And at the end of the day, the most frustrating thing from a Destiny 2 experienced, tenured Destiny 2 player is when we feel like we are not listened to. Bungie, if you're watching this video, listen to us. And for everyone who's watching right now, if you agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. I want to have a talk about it. I love talking with people about it. But if you did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and share the video. Get this video out there. Let people know, let Bungie know that this is something that we have to fix on a community perspective. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the Crucible. Peace.